Hello, hello. It's good to be here. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's another show. It's JIB Live, and you know what we do? We get down to good music, great conversation. It always seems like I'm just always caught off guard when I come on air, but it's great to be here. So what are we going to do today? We're going to run down most of the stuff or some of the stuff that happened during the week, around our dear country, Nigeria. And of course, if you want to communicate with me, if you want to be part of the show, you can send your messages to WhatsApp 0818 Feel free to follow us on Instagram at hotfm_Lagos. And also you can follow me on Instagram at joybewaji. So yes, we're going to run down what went down this week and what's the weekend like. What's going on? What are you guys up to this weekend? Let me see. What am I up to this weekend? I probably would just chill with my best friend Priska. I love our friendship so much because we don't see very often because of work, but when we see, we just pick up from wherever we stopped and we just carry on. There's no blame game going on. There's just no defending whether you called, you didn't call. We just very mature about our friendship. Also, I most likely will be chilling with her this weekend. But let me know what you're up to this weekend, and I'll be running down all or some of the stuff that I talked about this week on the show today. It's JIB Live on Hot 93.3.
And lifestyle engagement with JIB. JIB Live on Hot 93.3.
All right, it's JIB Live on Hot 93.3. So I'll just go straight to what we're doing today. First off, I want to talk about Victoria Kimani. She slut shamed Tiwa Savage on social media. So the gist is the FU challenge. Victoria Kimani did her version of the FU challenge, and she was calling out names like YC, and she also called Tiwa. Well, she subbed Tiwa where she slut shamed her. She dissed her. She called her a grandmother, abused her, and then Tiwa puts on her Insta story her new luxury ride, her new luxury car that she's expecting, customized luxury car, and this lady, this Victoria Kimani of a woman, takes the picture and slut shames her, where she talks about the fact that she had to sleep with a sugar daddy to buy the car to keep up with a lifestyle. I don't think I see a lot of bitterness, right? Because that's just how women are programmed in a society that promotes patriarchy, right? But I don't see, she is almost close to being a witch, this Victoria Kimani woman. She's almost close. Just one more post about Tiwa Savage and she would be she would literally have to transform into a witch, because what she's doing right now is witchcraft. You are okay. I can't understand it. Women, we need to stop this. It just doesn't even make any sense. So Davido and Wizkid, they always go back and forth with Davido and Wizkid, right? There's always, fans are always killing each other in quotes. But you don't see them come out to slut shame men. Why is it we're so uncomfortable with a successful woman? Why? Are you telling me that Tiwa Savage cannot afford the lifestyle that she has? She is the biggest one. Okay, let me just see. She's the biggest Nigerian female star, probably the biggest West African female star, and one of the biggest African female stars. And you think she can't afford the lifestyle that she has? When was the last time Kimani even dropped a song that went viral? Now, and it's so sad because Shay and Yemi Alade, in some ways, they are all roped into this situation. And I've always believed Shay deserved to be celebrated. I always feel she's underrated. But now maybe I understand why she just never blows. She also is there's some kind of hate going on there. Now Tiwa, okay, so they say Tiwa is blocking them from getting shows. How is that even possible? Tiwa had a situation with her husband that one. She had a situation with that one, right? And it put her away from her. It put her away from the career for a while. When that one wanted to jump off the bridge, and she had to do all that wife material situation to try to clear her name, she was grieving her reputation at that point. What were you all doing when she was grieving her reputation, when she had issues? If she's the one blocking you, what were you doing? She was struggling with her marriage. Then she gives birth. Do you know what it takes for a woman? So you have to you're pregnant, you carry for 9 months, and then you have to nurse your child. She was away nursing her child for months, probably years. What were you doing when she was nursing her child? So if she's the one who seems to be stopping anyone, which is just ridiculous because the sky is big enough for everyone, all of this situation she has been through, a tragic marriage, as far as I'm concerned, she's so tragic. Gosh, that guy. Anyway, let me not even go into that. So she had all that situation in the marriage. She had to take care of her child. Over and over again, she has had to deal with so many issues. And still, she's your biggest threat. Still, you single and supposedly young, she seems to be your biggest threat, and you're throwing so many things at her. It's ridiculous, it's annoying, it's irritating, it's disgusting. Okay? It's just disgusting. I'm going to talk more about that. And if you have any comments on that, you can send me your WhatsApp message to 08180089933. I'm still going to talk more about the Tiwa Savage situation with all these other women. But let's take some music and I'll be back. FM 93.3. This is JIB Live, and I'm Joyce Baji. So I am talking about the whole slut shaming of Tiwa Savage by Victoria Kimani and featuring Shay Shay and Yemi Alade. I think women should come around and support people like Tiwa Savage. They symbolize something that we need to begin to appreciate. The strength of a woman, the strength to overcome so many of the things women go through, and the strength to reinvent herself. We have seen her in her worst situation. We have seen her in her most ridiculous. I remember when she was always trying to prove that she was this wife material thing that was so irritating. We've seen her in that situation. We've seen her try to get out of that situation. We've seen her evolve. We've seen her take her music to the next level. We've seen her become a mother. We've seen her get out of a marriage. We've seen her in a marriage, out of a marriage. We've seen her in Bonnie and Clyde's situation. We've seen her become the superwoman. We've seen so many shades of Tiwa Savage for us not to respect this woman. And it's not as if she's not even talented. She's now talented on top of that. What is your problem? And then she's fine on top of it. So she seems like the kind of material women would want to shame because we are not secure in ourselves, right? But we need to, in this era, in this 2019, we need to come around and support women like Tiwa Savage who are talented, who have survived almost everything, who are beautiful, who take care of their business, who make money, who obviously are rich when compared to their colleagues, who seem to be winning. We need to support women like that. I am so tired of the narrative that you have to always beat down a successful woman, and you have to always try to make it seem like her wealth comes from sleeping around. Okay, fine. So she is sleeping around with some sugar daddy. What stops you? What is your problem? Like, would you want to do the same thing? Who is stopping you? Who made you the judge of her life? Who made you the wall gecko on her wall? How do you get to know these things? Who is telling who? You know how Vector said in his FU challenge, all of us, they tell, like, who is telling who is transmitting this information? How is he getting around? How does he make you better? There's a video I watched of Gabriel Union and Oprah and some other, I think Viola Davis was there. And Gabriel was saying, okay, so you try to beat down another woman. Does it get you the man? Let's imagine there's a man involved. Does it get you the man? Does it get you a new car? Does it get you the house? Does it get money in your account? What does it do for you? You think you're doing it to disempower the woman, but what you do is you empower the woman. That's what Gabriel said. And she should know because she too has received so much hate. So you're not shaming anyone in 2019. No, you guys better understand it. You can't shame anybody in 2019. Everybody will own their shame. And you know what? They will still go ahead and win. And you are the one that will be disempowered. I used to really like Shay, and to find her in any way involved in this, it just goes to show that is why she has not exactly become anything really great. Because bitterness and anger and whatever is going on in that situation, because I'm not in that industry, I don't know the nitty gritty. Victoria Kimani is saying that she's going to come out with gist on Monday. Well, we're going to listen to what she has to say and bring it on the show, right? So we're going to wait and see what she has to say. But regardless, there is a level your bitterness should not reach. And she reached it. Where you take another woman's success and you try to beat it down. You take her, the picture, just a picture of her customized luxury ride, and you are claiming she got it because of a sugar daddy. Was the sugar daddy? Were you sharing the sugar daddy with her? Were you the cleaner in the hotel where it happened? Come on. You can do so much better with yourself. The kind of bitterness I really do not agree that one person can stop any other person from succeeding. Even if, because I mean, we all have an idea what she would say on Monday, right? Okay, Tiwa told this sponsor or this organizer not to do. The sky is so big, right? We all suffer our own insecurities. Still doesn't justify any of this that is going on. Okay, so I will still say more when I come back. I have the Chainsmokers featuring Coldplay next. 3.3. So we are still analyzing the Tiwa Savage, Victoria Kimani situation featuring Shay and Yemeladi. So I'm going to round up with this regarding this particular subject. Okay, so when I don't understand ages. Is it that when you're an ageist, are you saying you're not going to get old to that particular age that you're shaming somebody else about? Because if you're shaming somebody else for being older, I don't even understand, how did age become a tool for shaming? Are you planning not to get to that person's age? Because then you should be ashamed if you get to the age, if you feel the age is something that should make you ashamed of. And pointing out that she's a grandmother and all of that is just so unnecessary. And secondly, I really don't understand men who support slut shaming. It's always the broke men. I mean, if you notice, it's always broke men. They're always like, she said with that man to get, because you don't have money. You don't have anything. And so maybe you're just bitter about the situation that you can't get certain women because they require high maintenance. Why are you bitter though? So any man that is behind or supporting Victoria Kimani at this point is just shallow and just broke. You know, be happy for others. When they succeed, just be happy. It takes nothing away from you. And lastly, dear Nigerians, it is possible for a woman to make money without sleeping around. Okay? You need to understand that if men can do that, women can too. It's the same world. It's not the industrial age anymore. It's the technological age. It's the digital age. Anybody can make money. Anybody that understands their hustle and their craft can make a lot of money. And guess what? Even if they're sleeping around, it's not your business. It's just not your business. You know, and sometimes this sleeping around thing is not exactly sleeping around though. They just happen to have one person, maybe two, who takes care of their needs, and everybody's mad. Why are they mad? Because they don't have that person. They can't find somebody like that. So they are angry. I mean, just think about it. It's not sleeping around. It's probably just one rich person or two rich knickers. And everybody's just mad. If it's so easy to get this sugar daddy that gets you a luxury customized car, what's up there? Why don't you have one? And then if you don't want one, why are you judging the woman who wants one? Do you understand the logic of this thing? Live and let live, people. Live and let live. Okay? So you don't want a sugar daddy, right? And you don't want a luxury car, right? Because it's just beneath you, though. You're just so beneath you. You just want to hustle. And, you just want to hustle and live a very simple life. Fine, we applaud you. Okay, so if you don't want that, why are you putting your eye in her business and making a fuss of it and shaming her? If you don't want that life. Then if you want that life, why are you getting bitter? Because you can't have it. In either way, whatever way you look at the situation, Kimani is wrong. It's just unnecessary. It's one thing to stop somebody in a song or in a cover of a song. It's another thing to take that person's picture and write some garbage about how she's sleeping around and how they know that she's the one that. But this is 2019. Those things don't count. What Tiwa needs to do right now is just bring one hot song and we're all back on her on her side. I don't even care if she doesn't sing anymore. I'll always be on Tiwa's side. Do you understand? Like, I'm not a diehard fan or anything like that, but I stand women like that because you're all against her. She's still going to win anyways. And if she doesn't, I will be very disappointed. I feel this is just the right bricks that has been thrown at her to build another mansion. And so that all of you can keep hating and keep getting angry and go and kill yourselves. Okay, I have a WhatsApp message here. Bala says, I have always stand Tiwa. I have always loved her music and her. I have loved her as her highs and lows. I admire her music and talent. But I'm still a bit upset at her interview where she said men and women are not equal because God didn't create us as equals. And women have to deal with the fact that they have to work 20 times as hard as men to get to where the male colleagues are in the industry. I thought that was silly of her, especially because of her experience in the industry. I don't think she should have further that stereotype or notion at all, but she still does not deserve to be slut-shamed at all. If they feel she gets money from sugar daddies, who is stopping them from getting sugar daddies too? Thank you. Anyway, those ladies need to go and sit down and work on their career. The sky is big for everyone. Thank you so much, Bola. I'm going to react to your comment after this song. I'm going to react to your comment. I have Show Me Love by DJ Nani next, featuring Duncan Mighty. Okay, so we're going to round up on the Tiwa Savage, Victoria Kimani situation, but I want to react to Bola's comment. Thank you, Bola, for sharing your comment, and I agree with what you said. But the part where she said, God didn't create us as equals, that was what I was trying to say at the beginning of the show. She has gone through many phases. There was, of course, a time where she wanted desperately to be wife material. I mean, we all remember that time she was always sounding like an idiot, just talking crap. This is one of the moments she was always talking crap. Because that for a Nigerian woman, that is how our lives are. We all go through that phase where, I mean, if I tell you how I used to sound some years back, you won't believe it's the same joy. You won't believe. So I understand where she's coming from because, I used to sound like that too. But that is the evolution of the Nigerian woman. So I kind of forgive her for whatever, because hers is documented. Hers is, whatever she says, because she's a celebrity, is televised. But we did all our mistakes in private. So now we come into the public fully formed and we sound very intelligent. But I remember very clearly when I used to sound that way. So I will not hold it against her because I think she has moved on from all of that crap. Yeah, so, she said that and it was televised in code because she's a celebrity. But you can see that she has moved on. She's just trying to, one, make money, do great art, and be a good mother, and probably find love. What is so wrong with that? And we all know how hard it is to find love in 2019. You have to continue kissing a lot of frogs. And maybe she's just in the process of kissing frogs. You just never know. But my own is this, And okay, there's another thing you mentioned about when a woman works 20 times as hard as men. The truth is, Bola, it's actually true. Women have to work 10 times, 20 times more than men in certain industries. And music is one of them. I mean, we can see the ratio of men to women in the music industry. They work really hard. They have to keep working hard. I think those two comments are not even, they don't belong in the same category. I don't think the whole 20 times working 20 times more as women has anything to do with the quality part of the conversation. I feel she's just trying to be very sincere because she's coming from that experience. So she's just sharing her own hustle and how it works. Because, it's so easy for a man to buy a luxury car and nobody comes online to say he was sleeping with a sugar mommy. Who knows what Hush Puppy even does for a living? And even if we do, why are we not questioning his business? Why are we not questioning it? If it was a woman that does half of what Hush Puppy does every other day, we would say she has some sugar thing going on. But nobody questions the man when the man lives a luxury life and buys anything he wants and is designer from top to toe. We don't question that. But when a woman does the same thing, we question it. I mean, how can anybody not see how deserving Tiwa is? She works hard. She minds her business. She hunts her craft. You're just mad though, because I don't know, is it a whiskey thing? Okay, I need to move on from this because I'm now sounding ratchet. I got to move on. I'm not going down to their level. Okay, so I have Nicki Minaj. I have Nicki Minaj next, and there'll be more.
Welcome, Lagos.
I just spent like 40 minutes to talk about Tiwa Savage situation because these things rile me up, you know. So anyway, congratulations to Tiwa Savage. I think that car looks amazing. It's magic. So well done, girl. Well done. We're rooting for you. Okay, moving on. Trevor Noah mocks Nigerian politician who claims Nigerians import pizza from London via British Airways, and Nigerians are angry. They're not angry at their politician for sounding like a whatever. Don't. They're angry at Trevor Noah for doing his job. Our priorities are so messed up. What are you so angry about though? If it was some American comedian that that threw that shade, would it mean that much? Because you think Trevor Noah is some kind of like, is your homeboy and he owes you some kind of loyalty. Do you hear what he says about South African leaders? It's his job. I don't even understand. Go and fight your politicians. All of what we suffer is just we are transferring aggression to all the wrong people and all the wrong situations in this country. The real problem is the politicians. So if your politician opens his mouth and say that Nigerians are bringing pizza from London to eat, and a comedian running one of the biggest shows, one of the biggest show in the world, what you want to get mad at that? That's his job. He doesn't owe you nothing. I mean, you guys should just fix your priorities. We all know how our lawmakers sound. We know how people in authority in Nigeria always sound. Our life is good material for comedy. I mean, from the bus stop to the Senate to Aso Rock to churches to relationships. If you want to be, so it's just that comedians here, they're not exactly, the IQ is not, you know. If you really want to make a career out of, and you know you want to churn out original stuff every other day, Nigeria is the hub of comedy material. And Trevor taps into it once in a while when we say something really stupid. I don't even know if it's right or wrong. That's not even the point, if people actually do that stuff. But how do you even have a problem with a comedian making jokes out of it? Nah, it just doesn't make any sense. And then they're just dragging him. I think he's number one on he's trending number one in Nigerian Twitter. You all will be all right. You all will be all right. You're just transferring aggression. I love Trevor, and I like intelligent men, especially if you are witty. I don't think he's exactly funny. I think he's witty, and you know that's what we need. That's what we need in 20. We need witty people. We need people who have wits, because the thing about wit is IQ, is intelligence, is comedy, and then it's extra. It's sarcasm, it's satire. Those things that we don't even know in Nigerian comedy. You know, we just slapstick. It's just, sometimes it's tiring. So I love Trevor. He's one of my top 10 favorite people in the world. So he can't be wrong in my eyes right now, especially when it has to do with something that has to be laughed about. So he's just doing his job. So Nigerians, be well. Okay. I also have here this one. I will talk more about it after the song. The Lagos Police Command spokesperson said tattoo and dreadlock is strange to our culture. This is, of course, in defense. He's trying to defend SARS and why they do what they do. I will say more about that after this song. This is Bang's Love. Bang Love. Soft. All right, I have Bola here on WhatsApp. She says, for real, Nigerians are upset at Trevor Noah making fun of the politician. We had better not know. He would so drag Nigeria. Okay, let me say that again. For real, Nigerians are upset at Trevor Noah making fun of the politician. He had better not know. He will so drag Nigeria on his show once he knows he's touching a nerve. I mean, you trust Trevor, he will definitely do more. If he wants to die, go and die. That's how he is, you know. And I mean, we love him, right? I like him a lot. Tomiwa here says, last, Victoria Kimani will be all right. She won't use the FU challenge to bring back her dead music career. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for your comments. Okay. So I was talking about the police command spokesperson who said that tattoos and dreadlocks are strange to our culture. We just bring up things from the air. Tattoo is strange to our culture. Tattoo, go to the village and see all these old women and their buddies see what they write. They have inscriptions, not even just a butterfly. They have names written on their skin. It has always been an African thing. But how would you know, though? How would they know? We need a total overhaul of the police. We need to tear it apart, re-examine it, and then repair it if necessary. That's what we need to do. Because when we say all these ignorant things and we say it with our chest, it's so disgusting. Like, what does it even mean that dreadlock, African hair, naturally can turn to dreadlock? If you don't comb your hair, it turns, it twists. It's an African thing. So it's not something that I'm even shocked. Like, it's not something you get from the white world now. It's your hair in itself could naturally turn to dreadlocks. If you don't comb it, if you leave it the way it is, it twists, it folds, it is not straight, it's curly. So it curls naturally. And then tattoos, we've always known tattoos to be part of our culture. You know, is wearing suits our culture? Is the technology, the phone that he used to type that stuff, is it our culture? The media, is it our what does it even mean by culture? So what is our culture in 2019? The only thing we recognize in 2019, what is it? Making money by any means possible. That's why you have people going to Dubai and breaking into exchange markets. Because you don't even have a culture. We always bring up that culture thing when we don't have proper conversation to contribute to a particular matter that needs intelligent analysis. That's what we do. So when somebody says, okay, for instance, I'm in an abusive marriage. Oh no, it's not our culture. It's not our culture to leave our home. What does that even mean? It's never our culture to do things. Go back and see these days they even say polygamy. It's something I've not heard. You don't have history, and government has taken history away, so it even makes it hard for people to understand where they're coming from. It's crap. Okay, all of this is crap. The truth is, the only thing we promote this today in Nigeria is making money anyhow we can, and that is so sad. It is so sad. So I don't even understand what this person is saying. And regarding the whole SARS thing, yes, they may not want to. Of course, you can't scrap the police. Like I said, it's an overhaul. You tear it apart, examine it, review it, and repair it, and bring smarter people into the force, so that we don't keep sounding this way. So we're rounding up now, and I'm just gonna say two things. So Alex of Big Brother Ninja, she has deactivated her Instagram. I think she did that 2-3 days ago. Well, yeah, sometimes I think people just need a break. The pressure sometimes, because you have to give it to these people. They weren't exactly ready for the celebrity life, and they probably didn't anticipate that it would be this chaotic. And sometimes you just need to breathe. You need to just exhale and go go explore other things away from social media. The pressure is crazy. So yeah, it's okay to get out of it. Doesn't mean anything. I feel it's just, trying to chill and trying to rediscover yourself and find what you really want out of your life. So whatever makes her happy, I think people should just let her be. Gosh, let her be and stop the comparison already. CC is CC, Alex is Alex, whatever. Okay, I'm going to round up with this. Diddy and the late Kim Potter. So Diddy came out with this whole, men, I don't know. The privileges, though. The privileges. Okay, so this woman is dead, right? And then you start all of this whole, you love her, you'd have done this, you'd have done that, but you didn't. To let it go. She's dead, let her rest already. And so he did this episode of how he feels about her and how he misses her and how he loves her, and and people came for him, and most of what they were saying was, why didn't you marry her? If it's how you feel about her, why didn't you marry her? And I always have a problem with that kind of response. And somebody just made my point very clear. I think her friend, Jamie or something, made a point on social media. She said what I have been trying to say, but I didn't find the right words. She said, you people keep going on and on about Kim Potter. She's late and you keep going on and on about why didn't Diddy marry her? And she's like, do you think she also wanted to marry him? Why do we just think the woman is always at the mercy of the man's proposal? Do you think what if she didn't want to marry him too? Does that invalidate their love story? Does it take away from who they are and how they felt about each other? Why is it always about Davido, go and marry Chichi to endorse? Do you have any guy that bought you a car? Why must he now round it up to marriage to satisfy your own Cinderella story. People don't owe you marriage, oh. They don't owe you anything. And again, we always have to understand that the woman is not a book on a shelf that doesn't have a say in her own decision to get married. What if Kim Posa didn't want to be married? What if? Don't you think about it sometimes? Why is it that we always feel like, okay, the happiness of two people together is just never enough for us? We just want them to seal it. We just want them to always seal it. And then some people seal it and then it's bad for them. You understand? So let this woman, number one, let her rest. She's dead. I think she had a great life. She was a model. She was with one of the most successful hip hop. She had kids. She had her life. She had friends. She had money. She was in a first world society. What if she didn't want to get married? Okay, so that's how I'm going to end today's show. Think about that. My time is up. I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.